Aziz started shooting, but the guy won like 6 Premier League, still like 80. So Aziz shooting. Fraudiola. Everything will come to an end. It's not a guarantee. I'm just waiting for like Victor Bar and Aziz and all the ice, because they always give examples of like, look at Pep Guardiola, look at Liverpool, look at Arsenal, look at Tottenham, just need to be that and that. Making it sounds like if they will never lose a game or they never had any problem, everything is rosy. People need to learn from this experience here. Everybody, are you home? If you wanna say hi to her. I'm just chilling here. Chilling. Just having fun here. And watch, I'll be there. Can't do it for some reason. Give me some feedback, people. Can you see the link that I just sent? If anybody wanna call though, you can click on the link. What is going on with me? Still night. I'm still struggling to wake up, to be honest with you. But I can do it. Problem is I can't drink coffee now because I have to go back to sleep at some point. So drinking coffee now could be a problem. Don't know what's going on with technology, man. Probably too old for this. So, people, you can go, man. I'm just chilling. There is nothing here.
There's no stress. I'm waiting to do your business. I don't need to disturb you.
I'm already doing my business. Just
So how are you, Mr. Fraudiola?
yeah, good.
But did you see that? You must have seen it because you see everything. There's something made a picture montage, where you see picture first of Pepsi, then like you do with the AI technology, where they like the photo changes and it starts overlapping, and then the last picture you see this guy Eric Sevenhag. So they did that like transition pictures, and it says wait a minute, and the picture just changes and it overlaps, and in the end it ends up as Eric Ten Hag. That guy is not who we thought he was, but. It's very fun. You should see it. You would actually. I don't know how to inbox you, but yeah, you'd laugh. But anyway, yeah. But it happens, like I told you, when you've had so much success as he's had, let's be honest. These guys they've killed it. They have won till they're to the point where they've eaten so much that they can't even swallow anymore. At some point, you get tired. Your motivation is lacking. It's hard to always find that top gear. At some point, you're going to get tired, and you need to, sort of like catch your breath, and then they'll be back. They're not finished. I don't think this season. Maybe they'll struggle this season, but then Man City is not finished as long as Pepsi is still there. They just need, maybe 1 year where the pressure is not there. It's very, very hard, as you know, to be at the top and to remain at the top, that in itself is insane pressure, especially if you keep sort of like the same squad. You don't bring in a lot of new players, and it's he only brings in like 1 or 2 players every season. So it's the same squad they've had for many years, and mental fatigue, I think is the word, and it could happen. He's going to have to maybe climb down from that high tree and maybe change the style, tactics a bit. You have to maybe go to a bit of a compromise. This possession-based football where maybe you're not always so defensive. Maybe like now where you're wounded a bit, you have to compromise until you can figure out, okay, this is how we go forward, but not just carry on. Same, it's my way or the highway, sort of like no compromise. Then you keep on losing, because it's other teams see how you can beat Man City. They Premier League, as you know, all the teams, there's not much difference in them. From number 3 Chelsea all the way down to number 18, anybody can win in any given day. So those teams are very even. So he has to be very, very careful. But of course, they're not going to fire him. He could even lose 10 games in a row. There's no way would they fire Pepsi if he lost 10 games in a row?
No, Pep decide over there. I think Manchester City, they understand where they're coming from. Not long ago, they were struggling with relegations every single season almost. And they understand. You will never see like Manchester City fans go online and feel like entitled. They're like, oh, us. They just know their place, and they're kind of different than Chelsea fans. We demand many things. We are so ungrateful, even to coaches, and it's just like now do it. It's my way, or we attack you. But Pep Guardiola, he just has so much credit in the bank that it's gonna be stupid to sack him, even if he loses every single game until the end of the season. I think he deserves, he earned that. Even if he's gonna get relegated with the team, nobody is gonna touch Pep Guardiola. He decide over there. The fans know it, the owners know it. He made them. Yeah, nobody is bigger than the club.
Can I give you one example of what you're saying there from history? So what you've just said there, that he decides when he goes and he's got credit and he's earned that respect. Fair enough. What you're saying is true. But the last time that happened, when the manager was up to him to choose, do you remember a guy called Brian Clough?
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Oh, he's money in the bank, credit, whatever. He's earned the respect. He took that team into the 2nd division. We didn't hear from Nottingham Forest for 30 years after that. So be careful. I'm just saying that
well, there are levels, though. There are levels. That was Nottingham Forest. I understand Nottingham Forest won 2 Champions Leagues. They are a big club and how they disappeared. But yes, that was in another era of football. Now with social media and international brand. Back then, Nottingham Forest was champions of Europe, but you barely really heard much about them. They were not like this global giant label like City now.
At those days, Nottingham Forest were winning the championships. They were dominating league cups, whatever. They were very, very successful in England at that period there. So that is, they were well known. But as I said,
in England, yes. But I'm talking about the label, like the global label of like,
okay.
You
Liverpool,
go to America,
United, Tottenham. Okay,
you go to America and everybody wear your jersey. Nottingham Forest, even now, they can come here and you will see like 5 people in their training session, because only the OGs that moved from England or whatever support them. So the point I'm trying to make is, it's very, very different now with how they built their city group, the giant they are becoming around the world, to compare with what happened then.
But okay, you may be a big global team. I mean, if you go down, you go down. It doesn't matter how big globally you are. If you're in the championship, you still got to get out of there. So it doesn't matter how big your brand is, who you are. I mean, you look at the championship. There's other big teams, there, Leeds United, what have you. Also big teams who can't come out. So my point is, be careful. Okay, they're not going to get relegated, of course not. But I'm just saying that
they
if
have 115 charges, they can still get relegated. But we're talking about relegation in terms of result. First of all, it's not going to happen. They already have like a 23 point. They just need like 7 points to get to 30, and you are secure to stay.
Oh no! You need so you need minimum 38 points to be mathematically guaranteed of survival.
So
38.
let's put it 30 because of how bad other teams been. It's losing every single game.
Which one? Which teams?
Southampton. You go to now Wolves. Wolves had a very good game yesterday. I watched it.
Big win.
They won yesterday like 4-1. But I'm trying to make a point of the teams.
Who else is there? You said Southampton, Wolves. Who else was there? I didn't see the table.
Let me pull the table if I can now.
Because all I know is Chelsea's number 3. That's all I know. I didn't see anything else. I just saw I have tunnel vision. I just look for Chelsea. Okay, we're number 3. Nothing else matters.
So Chelsea are number 3, but on paper because of the goal difference, it's just. So Liverpool are top of the table with 28 points. And then Manchester City are got 23 points. Chelsea are third, 22 points. Plus
1 point behind. 1 point behind. Okay, nice.
I don't want to even repeat that because it just makes me angry. You know why?
Because of the game.
the game, that stupid games that we dropped point at home.
Crystal Palace
and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I know they are like good in few games and they're gonna be like very bad in couple games. But we shouldn't really be like dropping point against teams like that. So Chelsea are 22. So 22 points, we are like 3. Chelsea, Arsenal, and Brighton. So plus 9.
Where's Tottenham?
I'm going there. I started by the first, and I'm going. I'm talking too much. Probably you wanted just to know 1, 2, 3.
No.
You didn't want all the details. So
No. I wanted to hear the table. That's why I'm just.
Okay, so the table: Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea. We have the same. I wanted to make this point so we can go very quickly. The same amount of point, the same goal difference as Arsenal. But because of the goal conceded and the goal scored, and then you have another extra, like you are on top of the other team because of that. All right, so that's exact same thing with Arsenal. And then Brighton, they are like plus 5 goal difference. And then after that, number 6, we have Tottenham Hotspurs, 7, Nottingham Forest, 8, Aston Villa, 9, Newcastle United. Let me scroll down a little bit. And then 10, Fulham, 11, Brentford, 12, Manchester United, 13, Bournemouth, 14th, West Ham, 15th, Everton, 16th, Leicester City, 17th, Wolves. Wow, they are above the relegation zone. Crystal Palace are 18th, Ipswich 19th, Southampton 20th with only 4 points. So they're gonna have to win at least. Let's see how many games they have to win to get to the City point. They only have 4 points. So you got the point I was trying to make.
Okay, okay. But the team, you've noticed one team who's fading badly, Aston Villa. You notice how they are now beginning, the reality is setting in. I don't know if it's because of the Champions League games or what is going on there, but they have, it seems that the good evenings are no longer, I don't know.
Well, they're still number 8 on the table. And they have
Chelsea?
19 points. 19 points. Chelsea only have 22. So if they win just one and Chelsea lose 1, and then they are just in the same level as Chelsea. So,
but it just feels like momentum. It feels somehow they were 2-0 down yesterday. Okay, good comeback to 2-2, but it just feels like maybe they've reached the limit. They like they're playing a bit like a car's engine being over revving it. They've been playing at the maximum, and it just feels like it can only go a little bit down. I don't know, but maybe that's my delusion. But while other teams look like the Newcastle's on the way up and Tottenham on the way up, Arsenal has now found their second win. They also look like they're playing with confidence again. Chelsea obviously gave them that confidence. So yeah, there's some teams there, and I'm very excited to see how Man United will do under this new manager. What kind of football we'll see? If it's going to be park the bus, attacking, possession, is it high line? That is going to be very interesting to see how they're going to play and what kind of mental bounce they'll get from the new manager. That is going to be interesting. Even though you said they were 12th. That's still, it's how many points? 12 points? 12, how many points?
What are you talking about?
Man United.
They are 12 and they have 15 points.
Okay. So they're still quite far from the top.
Everybody, no, it's not that far. You just don't realize that couple games, that's why you have no right to do a mistake here. Only Liverpool got some kind of cushion to everybody here, but couple games and then you are way down and somebody else can be up. 15 points. I still believe that they can fight very hard for top 4, Manchester United, with the new manager, Mason Mount reborn.
Who, in your opinion, in your personal opinion, if you look at the table, if you look at all the teams there, who do you think is a dark horse, an outsider for top 4, or maybe even challenge the title team?
Chelsea, of course. Chelsea, of course.
Apart from Chelsea, if you put Chelsea to the side, which of the other teams do you look at? You think, there's something maybe brewing with this team here.
Like this season, apart Chelsea, like what I say, I just said Manchester United, kind of. Well, the brand make it sounds like they are great, but the way they are right at the moment, they finished 8th last season. They are in Europa League because of the FA Cup they won. They finished 8th. Now they are 12th, and I see a very, very big comeback here. The manager bounce, and they might surprise people. Knock Arsenal out of top 4 and finish top 4 with Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, and Liverpool. Why not?
I'm just curious to think, okay, so you don't see like maybe a Newcastle or maybe even a Tottenham or something, one of those kind of teams there where...
if Tottenham are going to focus on winning a trophy, I think they understand. Ange Postecoglou said, I always win a trophy in my second year. Every club that I manage, even the national team, remember he won Asian Cup with Australia in the second year. So in Japan, second year. I think in Scotland it was the first year, but you get the idea. So they're going to focus
a 4-0 win away at Man City mentally. That is like a power
and
boost.
They're missing some very, very key players like Van de Ven and other boys were not there. And Werner even having an assist. That's why.
Don't even go there.
That's why it been snowing like the entire 2 days now. It's been snowing. That's why Werner. Chelsea got the penalty, people, because we are also watching Chelsea women playing against Manchester United. So we got the penalty. Come on, man, score it. We score this, it's gonna be 1-0. Okay, so. What I was talking about again?
But mentally, so we talk about football mentality. I like to talk about football mentality. So if Tottenham, if they go to the Etihad and get an incredible win, 3-0 or 4-0 win, so mentally, obviously, they are psychologically they're very, very. They feel like they can walk on water, but this can go both ways. So you can in your next game. Because you are so high up there, mentally, you could either smash the next team, or it could be that you become complacent. You think, if we can beat City, we can beat anybody else. And, mentally, maybe you're 5% not with the races, and you can lose. So this goes both ways. It can be both an advantage and a disadvantage. But I'm still so impressed that they went there, because Tottenham always loses at the Etihad, and then to go and win that way
Not always. Let me tell you. In football, you have those bogey teams. Like, you don't understand. It's always happen. Often more than you win. It's just that little team that always gives you trouble. Look at the history of Tottenham and Manchester City. Under Pochettino, under Harry Redknapp, under everybody, you will see that Tottenham always somehow find a way to beat them. Champions League, Premier Leagues. Like, recently is the first time that they got beaten by Manchester City at their own stadium in London. So recently only that, it could be like, 21, let's say. We won 20 times or we drew, and you only won one time. That is me just making up numbers just to make sense on what I'm talking about here. So just telling you that that team, I think even themselves, psychologically, the way to say, they're also afraid of Tottenham. Like, why them, man? It's becoming like, man, this team, why? So it's walking in their mind already. Not all,
It's a bit like Chelsea and Man United. We our bogey team. We always never get a result.
Beaten them like since Fergie time, like 11 years ago or something like that. So those are the teams, like, you don't understand even how you lose against them, but you did.
And by the way, myself and Mr. Blue Ice, we have been waiting and looking, and every day we wait for the UPS truck to show up at our door. But we still haven't seen it, because we're waiting for that. They deliver those important letters. What do they call them? Ones which you have to sign for. If you've got a very important letter, then they deliver it to you, and they've got to sign a person. We've been waiting for that but we still haven't seen it. It hasn't showed up. So I'm just wondering, your written apology, Mr. Oaks' written apology, apologizing for mocking Enzo Fernandez. So I don't know when you're going to send this written apology, but we are still waiting.
Yeah, the problem is I don't back off my idea, and I don't apologize to nobody, because I am always right. Okay, so let's get serious here.
Yeah.
Enzo Fernandez, I never said anything wrong that is not true. I supported the boy for 2.5 years. You supported him a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden I have to apologize. I'm not. I just say the truth, and everybody can tell. And now, because of my critiques, he's walking in the gym, becoming more stronger, and playing good. Second thing, we played against what teams? The teams that he's been doing good are the team that will sit back and wait. He gets tons of time on the ball to do whatever he wants. But under pressure, under a physical team that really get on you, we see the cracks all over the place. That's why even Enzo Maresca, the manager, said it 1,000 times in the press conference. People just don't want to listen. There is nothing. There is no bad intention. There is no agenda or anything. It's telling the truth that you were absolutely crap because you got dominated and you lose all your jewel and you were awful. Nothing wrong by saying that. And if you're doing good and you're working very hard on your weaknesses and you winning games, then good for you, good for the team, and we're gonna praise you. That's the way it is. So I don't apologize to nobody because
you sound like Donald Trump. I don't apologize to anybody.
Yeah, that's the problem. The truth is the truth. You take it. I'm not in the cult. I'm not gonna. You will never see me praise, or hate. I always find balance in the middle. I praise you.
You speak the truth.
I praise you for 3 years, but now you have to show me how the hell all of a sudden you are out of the team, Gallagher and the other guy, Caicedo, and we start winning. It's a coincidence? Yes, I said coincidence at the time. The guy he is suffering, injection, he needs surgery, blah, blah, you are abusing him. Defend. But when I tell the truth one time, that, hey, man up, man. Why are you losing one-on-one? Why are you losing your jewel? Why can't you hold on the ball? Why are you this and that? Oh, you are a header now. You have an agenda. Hello? 3 years of praising this guy. Just few stating fact makes you a header. So I don't care. That is football, man. I don't apologize. He did good, but he's doing good against certain kind of teams. He will if he does.
I think in 3 months' time, you will send a letter and say, "This guy is he's on a different level." You will see. This is just the beginning. You'll see the Enzo, the Argentina national team Enzo. He's on his way. He's slowly finding back his confidence after Maresca tried to destroy him by benching him and by humiliating him. But he'll come back.
Listen,
and
that is your theory, right? But humiliating somebody could be the reason why, the so-called humiliation is the reason why you are not on social media often, but look at that guy posts on social media every day. It's like gym, punching people, stuff like that. Like he's preparing a game, like a fight against Muhammad Ali or something. Like showing people like I can be strong, because people have been saying how he's so weak for the Premier League, he can't do this. Every single day, the guy is posting a picture on social media with personal training, punching the bag or stuff like that.
That's because he's looking for a new girlfriend.
That is another topic.
No, but that's not. But no. When you're having personal problems at home, that is very, very much relevant. You can have physical injuries. That's one thing on the pitch with your body. But if you're having personal problems at the home with your whatever wife there, it can affect you badly on your football game. If I think I'm lying, ask Aziz, will tell you. Personal things, it means your head is not clear. You can't focus on what you're doing. And it's very relevont.
Yeah, now we are jumping from one topic or another.
But
what I was saying is, like, I wanted to attach.
You won't pay because you weren't painting a fair picture of why his form was down. You didn't mention that.
Listen,
Mr. People Republic.
Yes, sir.
Let me give good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
A perfect example. Kyle Walker is a perfect example of having problem at home. His wife, they are seeking for divorce, and since when that happened, his form has gone down. Physically, he's in the pitch, but mentally, he's not there. Your wife is about to take half of your wealth, so everything is affecting him. So most of these things affect this player sometimes because
your head is not clear.
Yeah. To have a good time at work, you need to have a good wife that is going to do everything. You understand what I mean? Clear mind in the morning at work. You come back, you have a good thing in the house. But when you're having problems, it's going to affect you at work. There's no how good you are. Look at Tuchel. Another perfect example was Thomas Tuchel. He started making mistake, second guessing himself.
Fucking excellent example. Excellent. Well done. Yeah, well done. Good memory. Wow.
So even look at our great Roman Abramovich. When he had problem with his wife, his first wife, guess what happened? He just started firing anybody. Any mistake, you're fired. Any this thing, you are fired. You understand? Because it's going to affect your mental thinking. Even, I'm not going to lie to you, because mentally, you're not going to be there. Physically, you are there.
You don't know what you're doing. I didn't know Roman got to divorce from his wife, but so he got angry, just started firing everybody.
Yeah, he divorced his wife in 2007/2008. That season, this second season, Mourinho was fired. The season Mourinho was fired at Chelsea the first time. He divorced his wife because I remember his wife wanted to buy Arsenal before Kroenke. She wanted to be like, oh, I'm big too. He gave her like almost a billion pounds for the divorce settlement. She wanted to buy Arsenal at that time. So these are things that's going to affect you mentally because one, you're not seeing your kids.
Okay, so let's go back and connect what I was saying. Everything that you said is absolutely right. I know exactly what you're saying. The point I was trying to make about the gym, because people Republic like just to jump to certain topics like quickly and we forget what we were talking about. What I was saying is like because he was benched and apparently humiliated according to his own theory, he's working very hard to show people who've been saying that he's not good, like physically he can't handle the Premier League. The guy is in the gym and posting those videos to show people like, hey, I'm working hard and look at me kind of, hey, I'm also physical. I can also be physical. But People's Republic took it to the way of, oh, because he's looking for a new girlfriend. No, I just wanted to keep it in football. I don't want to really get involved too much in people's personal lives. But hey, they are football players and we're going to always talk about their private life. But the point I was trying to make here is like, because of the manager public criticism and the fans saying that you are not built for the Premier League and you are losing the ball and you're getting bullied all the time and you can't hold on the ball, and he's walking his way towards to proving people wrong that yeah, I can do it.
You're saying he's boxing, he's doing all this aggressive stuff.
That's what I say. Football players also do those kind of stuff to strengthen their bodies and
but could it be he's that angry because of his private whatever business at home, and plus being humiliated and manager that this is why he's now becoming very aggressive in the gym. He's trying to get rid of all those bad vibes from his body and clear his head. And this is sometimes that's how you react. Sometimes if you having personal problems, you go and you take out your frustrations. You know, in the old days, people, they took out their frustrations on the field and they would do some horrible challenges and fight and what have you. But nowadays, obviously, you can't do that because, as you know, they blow for every single thing on the field. But if he goes to the gym and he's now boxing, doing taekwondo or whatever he's doing, it's probably because he's got a lot of issues going on with him. One, on the field, not playing well, and the manager, whatever, doing what it is, and on the private front. So he's got a lot of stuff he's dealing with. But one by one, he clears that, and you will see. Give it a few months, 3-4 months, and then you will see, wow, we have our player back.
Yeah, like I said, everybody can make a theory. Only him knows.
Wait, but let's be frank here. Let's be frank. Watch the games that Enzo came in at second half at Chelsea. He was always changing the game. Look at the game against Liverpool. It wasn't as if he was bad playing. You know, you have to find the right position for some players. Some players are not, how will I put it? Like their brain is not like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. You have to find the right position for some players. Like, okay, this is the position I want you to play, and I want to bring the best out of you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't carry a Cristiano Ronaldo and say you want him to play as a center back. It's not going to work. So some players are not built like 80s or 90s
that's
players.
what you said. I know where you're taking this debate. Let me make my point. So yesterday, or whatever day, yesterday, what position Enzo played? Mostly it was as number 10 or number 8. That is the reason why he found himself in the box and even score a header. Because if he was just sitting there and then you limit him, his creativity and his goal scoring opportunities. So he found himself in that position because the manager bring a setup that people hate. Nobody mentioned the number 6, that is not his position, blah, 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 because we won. But every time we lose, we have to find excuses because of the position or the system. But yesterday, he played more advanced, and then he scored a goal, and he had a good game.
Mr. House,
and an assist.
Have you played football before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There are some positions that limit you. Okay, if you are playing like a defensive midfielder with your partner with somebody, but you have the potential to move forward, but because of other people in that position is restricting what you can do. Have you ever thought of that? Do you know, maybe that's why they used to say there are some players that they give free roam to, like, I want you to roam around. I want you to scan around. Because you don't know his position. We don't know what he's good at. You understand what I'm saying? We're just saying, you're going to be good at this position. You're going to be good at this position. You have to find a position that this brother is good at. And one thing I want to credit the manager for doing yesterday was he gave Enzo a free roll because we played 2 number 10. We played 2 number 10, João Felix and Cole Palmer. They played as the 2 number 10. It gave Cucurella and Enzo free roll to be rolling on the flank. If you go rewatch the game yesterday, that was what helped Enzo flourish yesterday. Because now he doesn't have to second guess himself. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yesterday was a completely different system because he knew that the players know him very well. Leicester City know exactly what he's going to do, and they're going to prepare the game based on knowing him very well. So that's why he went back to overlapping, underlapping kind of... he gave a lot of freedom to like our fullbacks to cook, basically. And that's why we've been saying that sometimes you don't have to complicate things. Make things a little bit easier for people to do what they do best. Like somebody like Reece James, we know that the crossing is like very easy for him. That's what he does. Allow him to do that and don't just push him in the midfield and force him to do certain things. And Malo Gusto, you can't force him as the number 10 inverting because he can't shoot, he can't do. So yeah, all those little things, it's okay to twist here and there, but most of the time, you have to know people's abilities. Coming back to Enzo Fernandez, I don't think we should just limit him to a number 6 role as the theory is going on there, because we saw him every time he's allowed to be in that 8-10 role. He can shoot, he can pass the ball. Yesterday, 1 assist, 1 goal. If he was just limited to being just a DM and pumping passes because he can see the pitch and whatever the theory is, and then you're not going to get another aspect of Enzo Fernandez. N'Golo Kante, I'm not trying to compare them, but N'Golo Kante, even when Sarri came, and you saw another aspect of N'Golo Kante scoring, playing literally as a number 8, doing pretty much everything. So I think Enzo Fernandez is more than just number 6 as people are telling us, because in the number 6 also, if we are facing a team that's attacking us, a lot of pressure on us, and you ask yourself, for somebody who doesn't have the pace or defensive abilities, how are you going to deal? Because you are literally the last line of defense. So you have to find balance, as the manager always said. Mr. McCain.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say hi to him, and then we're going to go back to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big up to everybody.
Yes, sir.
No, good win. More wins on the way,
Okay.
All is well, so let's hope.
Hi, McKean.
Yo, big up, my guy. You're right, yeah?
Yeah, fine. Nice to hear from you guys.
Yes, sir. It was a good win yesterday. Very good win. But this Enzo stuff that we keep going on about, yeah, like, I don't like to burst people's bubbles, but no team that's gonna make it in a top 5 or top 10 has how do I say it? Has anybody joining the ride? You know, like people that he's coaching along. You know, he's just riding along. He's not actually contributing as the other top 10 teams.
You're saying he's the passenger.
Thank you. Yes, yes, sir. That's the perfect word. Yes.
Who are we talking?
No team.
Who are we talking
No
about?
team in the top 10. Enzo Fernandez. No
Okay.
team in the top 10. Yeah, has passengers. In fact, most teams in the Premier League don't have a passenger on the field. And if they do, it's for him to come and kill the game or come on at the end.
So
Because
basically, Enzo Fernandez is the passenger. That is your conclusion.
No, it's not a conclusion. It's just the harsh reality we have to face, you know.
But I think that is a little bit harsh because let me read one comment here. I'm gonna come back to you. Phantom of Many Topics say that Enzo Fernandez is good when teams sit deep, which is true. So he's not totally passenger because like yesterday, he had a very good game with that kind of team. But he might be a passenger against a certain team. But I think he's improving. Even if you look at...
How old is Enzo?
23 years old only.
23, okay. How old is Caicedo?
Almost the same age.
Younger.
Yeah, 22.
He's younger.
I think he's 22, yeah.
Okay.
Well, but the age is just...
Lavia is younger
20,
too.
21, between that, 21.
Exactly.
So what the point you're trying to make?
Wait, I'm not finished. I'm gonna walk through. I'm gonna walk you through it because
Kani also is like 20, 21.
Nobody is having a passenger moment, and those guys are all the same age. Well, those guys are carrying their weights at that young age.
I wanted also to mention something here. Age in football is just a number. How old is Yamal when he started at Barcelona? The first time that Xavi gave him a chance, he was 15 years old. And then he got 16, and then he's 17 now. So now
you can't say that when he's the vice captain.
Yeah,
he's the vice captain, and he's won a World Cup, yeah? There's a lot of things that he has to show up for. It's not just Chelsea. It's deeper than that.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. Yeah. But also I want to show you the other side of he's improving. He's 23 years old. Some people mature when they are 25, 26, 27, not even on their prime. To jump very quickly, everybody's talking about Gyökeres now scoring a lot of goals. When he was in the championship, he was like, he moved like 2 seasons ago to Sporting. Look at him now. He's 26, killing it now. Jackson is like 21, 22 in that region.
Yes, exactly. So and look at the pressure on Jackson.
So no, what I'm saying here is like
he's beaten the odds.
And every human being can develop in their, stage of their development is different. Just because a 17 years old is killing it right now in Europe, Yamal, doesn't mean that every single 17 years old is gonna do the same. Some might have to wait 5 more years to get to Yamal kind of level.
Okay. So I would wait 5 more years, but then you have to take in consideration that you're not going to be consistently in the top 5. If that's the mentality, you have to be okay with that.
I'm not okay being there. I'm not okay being there, but I want to just show you.
Yeah, because nobody's dealing with this kind of issue with their players. Nobody in the
many probably we don't see it because we don't really follow them closely. If you go even to Arsenal, you see them hammering somebody like Martinelli, talking about him. Now everybody is on Phil Foden case because why? Manchester City are collapsing now.
You see the players. You see the type of players. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the type of players. Yeah, they're given a hard time. You see the type of players. Those players are really, really high class, good players. This is how high the standards is, yeah, for other teams compared to us.
No,
Even Phil Foden's getting a bollocking. Imagine that.
but that's the problem.
So what makes Enzo so special that he's above all of that kind of criticism?
No, like I said, I'm with you in terms of critics. I was fighting with People's Republic here and Aziz early on, because I am not a yes man, yes, or no kind of man. I can always find balance on something. I've been supporting Enzo like since day one. Few weeks ago is the first time that I started questioning, like, hey, I waited for you to have a surgery. I waited for you to do this. I gave all kind of excuses in the book. You have to man up now. It's time for you to start getting to the next level. We've been waiting. You're supposed to be our key player, you know, the marquee player. You don't need excuses to perform. You take us to the next level, even everybody is down. You pull everybody up and not pulling them down. I'm with you on this one, but also I can see the other side of, like, People's Republic talked about his personal life. I talked about the surgery and how young he came to England, young family, and all that. Gave all kind of excuses, but at some point, you have to question and tell the truth. If you're not doing good, we say it. And if you're doing good, like in the last few games, he's doing good. I think we have to give him credit.
No, it's true. It's true. I mean, the last goal that he scored, you know, it added to his catalogue, because I don't think he's proven, like, he doesn't have anything much to prove to the Chelsea fans, because the Chelsea fans know what he's capable of already. They've seen enough. Now it's about his career. His individual career is at stake now. So now he has to actually bring these numbers and bring them to his catalogue so that he can at least carry on having a good career. Or even when he goes, I say personally, we give him on loan to like a Spaniard or Italian team.
What?
No, he's young enough. He's 22. He's 22. He's young. He still has a lot to learn. Since we're talking 5-year plans, why can he not go abroad for a few years like Mount did, came back, and then became the man?
If Mount did it,
then why?
You forgot that you paid like 100-something million for, and you want to send him on loan, really? That is just like...
But guess what? If you don't put him on loan here, you'll definitely not get that money back. He needs to shine somewhere.
He is your prize asset. There's no way he's
going to shine. He's shining now in certain games. His Europa League still there. The FA Cup still there. I don't think the loan is going to happen.
Oh no! The manager has to come up with a game plan to build a team around him. He's your big investment, 100 and whatever million.
We built the last 3 managers, built their teams around him, and look what's happening. They all have to get rid of because of that midfield. If he's gonna get more valuable, in the transfer market, he needs to go to a team that's gonna constantly be in the top 4 and that's gonna challenge Champions League or get in the Champions League space automatically. If he doesn't do that, and he stays here, we're going to hinder him, and he's not going to help us either. It has to go both ways. Because now these odd goals, we're basing all his performances around one odd goal. And that's not how football is.
Yeah, go on.
Bonjour, Augustin.
Bonjour.
Moi, je peux parler en français parce que tu vas traduire après.
Okay, yeah, he's speaking French, so I have to translate. Go on.
Okay. Mon frère,
what country is he from?
Huh?
What country is he from?
He's here in the US, but he feels more comfortable.
Oh, US, okay.
More comfortable speaking in French, yeah. So what you have to say?
I born in France and then so je suis en français. Mon frère Auguste, nous les fans, nous oublions que Chelsea, il était dans la transition des vies tout à fait de management, tout à fait du président, des responsables du club. Mais nous oublions aussi que Enzo Fernandez vient de l'autre pays, le Sud-Amérique, tout ça. Et puis l'autre personne qui était Caicedo. Les choses est que nous jouons les rôles physiquement intellectuels de chez nous, mais nous ne sommes pas sur le terrain pour savoir quelque chose qui est là. Moi, je peux te parler. Moi, j'étais en Angleterre. Tous les espaces, c'est là. J'étais absent et je ne me voyais pas à la ligne. J'étais là. Enzo Fernandez vient de faire le divorce avec sa femme. Il y avait beaucoup de choses qui se manipulaient tout au long de Enzo Fernandez. Maintenant, le Messi, à ce moment, il est tranquille. Et puis, il prend le temps lui-même de faire les physiques financières, physique mentale. Et autre chose pour terminer, c'était quoi? Vis-à-vis du numéro que Enzo Fernandez avait, c'est le numéro 8 de Frank Lampard. Tous les légendaires, tous les professionnels, ils sont en train de voir Enzo Fernandez comme la présence de Frank Lampard. Comme Caicedo, c'est la présence de Makelele et N'Golo Kanté. Donc, laissons le temps au Messi de faire tout le travail qu'il veut pour avoir le temps. Durant les 3 matchs successifs qui étaient passés, Enzo Fernandez à l'international, à son club international ou bien dans son propre team, Argentine, il a brillé. Donc, c'est à nous maintenant de supporter nos joueurs. C'est Enzo Maresca fait de bon travail. Laissons le temps, toute chose viendra avec ses fruits, c'est ça.
Okay, so let me
but
translate.
after a while, sorry, let me reply to him. After a while, yeah, you have to understand that the player's reputation, yeah, has come forward and is being challenged, yeah. So you're gonna have to add on to your catalog as a player. We can't just wait around. We got rid of Koulibaly, we got rid of Denis Zakaria, we got rid of, so we switched up this thing so many times, yeah, that you can't just go, oh, the last 3 games he played well for his country, therefore
basically,
it's all good.
Basically, what he said, like, players need time. He's a young player. He moved from a different country, a different league, and even you look at Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo also did the same. So Caicedo is improving, but you can also tell that Enzo Fernandez is improving. So if we can give him the time to adjust, he just went through a divorce apparently, and then he went through some other issues in life that can affect his performances on the pitch. And if you look at him now, he got number 8, Frank Lampard, and you see the move and arriving late in the box like he did the other day. That was a la Frank, right? A la Frank Lampard, coming late in the box, scoring a header. Before, he wasn't doing that. Now he's doing it. So he can see the progress, and we can also see the progress if you want to see the progress. Don't expect somebody to be just perfect, because
I want to say something to you. You know, goals bring confidence to a player. You know that?
I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay.
That's more.
Frank Lampard, yeah, and Makelele, yeah, those guys were maestros, and they scored.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lampard scored and defended. Yeah,
Okay.
Can you tell Jean-Paul that, please? That's the difference. He actually contributed. Lampard actually contributed. He wasn't being carried by the team.
Bring confidence to a player.
Makin.
Yeah.
Even if I can say the way
Go français. I hear you, bro. Keep going.
Ok. Makin, moi je peux te dire quoi, mon frère? C'est quoi? Nous, ce que Aziz vient de parler, lorsque tu vas habiter beaucoup de billes, vous devez avoir beaucoup de l'expérience et la confidence entre vous et le ballon et le stade et tous les fans, tout ça. Les supporters aussi vous supportent lorsque vous avez beaucoup de goals. Frank Lampard était notre légendaire buteur du club parce qu'il butait beaucoup de billes, mon frère. Enzo Fernandez, je vous assure, nous avons une bonne équipe entre nous, Chelsea. Je vous assure, j'ai parlé à mon frère Augustin. Cette année, j'ai pris Dieu. Chelsea va être à haut niveau. J'ai vu ça. Chelsea va être à haut niveau. Ils estiment Chelsea à ce moment. Oh, Chelsea, top 4, ce n'est pas. Non, Chelsea va être même challenge avec le titre. Nous sommes là.
With Enzo Fernandez, you believe that? In the starting lineup.
Makin, mon frère Augustin était là. Il vous a même parlé. Comme Modric, Mikhailo Modric, Misha. Misha est venu tout près de l'invasion de la Russie avec l'Ukraine. Il y avait des problèmes. Les messieurs, même Zinchenko, même Mikalenko, tous les Ukrainiens, leur forme était en dessous. Parce quoi? Ils pensaient à leur pays. Il y avait beaucoup de psychologie qui est mentale. Nous devons rajeunir tous les problèmes. C'est ça que les présidents du club ont fait, qu'ils puissent amener les
Okay, I hear
psychologues.
that.
Tu sais ça?
Yeah, yeah. But do you not think if that's the case, he should be getting the same steps here, or take the same steps that Mikhail Mudryk is taking, instead of just being plunged back into the team, since he's going through so much personal stuff? Because Mikhail Mudryk scored not too long ago. He's doing well as well.
The problem is you can't compare Mikhail Mudryk with Enzo Fernandez.
Okay, you want to know why we are always on Enzo's case? Remove the price tag. If Enzo was bought for maybe like 20 million, 30 million, will you guys still have the same energy that you are giving to him like this?
Well, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
No. It's a question. It's just a question. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just saying this brother, you know, I was one of the first people to criticize Enzo. I was one of the first people to destroy this brother. Ask Mr. Host. Me and Enzo, we don't see eye to eye on. Mr. Host, no. But of lately, I'm seeing some stuff this brother brings to the team. This brother is not a passenger. This brother, sometimes, he makes the team tick. Go watch our last few games. You see the importance of Enzo. Even against Arsenal, it was when he came in the second half, it was one of our best midfielders. Against Manchester United, it was one of our best midfielders.
But you know, yeah, a guy like Enzo, yeah, when you have 86.4 win rate without a player like him, you take into consideration, please.
Okay, it takes
one goal doesn't sum up. One goal doesn't sum up your that doesn't sum up your career since you come to this club. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that.
Can I say something? It takes into consideration when you have a coach that don't play the system that fits the player. Look at Gravenberch, for example.
Sorry. So 100+ M player, yeah, should wait on the right system for him to shine. Is that what you're telling me?
That is not what I'm saying. I said some players
because everybody's the same age as him. Everybody's the same age as him, and they're working just as hard.
Age is just a number in football. Age is just a number in football. That is why our fingers are not equal. The group God created us to have 5 fingers the same time, but they are not equal.
Yeah, some people got 10 fingers, like Todd Ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They are not equal. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that some players are blessed with different abilities.
We don't have the same fingerprints.
And you know that's just on paper though, because he came with a lot of reputation. He came with a hype compared to the rest, and the rest are handling the situation more responsibly than he is. This is why people are not happy with Enzo Fernandez.
On a very good way, okay. On a very good day, I want to ask a question. On a very good day, if Chelsea were in the right position, if Chelsea were winning, do you think Chelsea would have gone for Enzo Fernandez?
Non, Aziz, je vais parler aussi à Martin. Augustin, vous allez lui dire, l'autre Aziz, qu'il puisse s'en va. Combien de coachs que nous avons, les managers de Chelsea, nous avons eu combien de coachs pour que les joueurs puissent avoir la même
méthode? Let me repeat that. Yeah. So we had Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, number 2, and Mauricio Pochettino, and now we have Enzo Maresca. So 4 managers for you. It's like it's very difficult for him to adjust to many systems and many people around. Different kind of way of managing stuff, which I understand. And also remember that he is in the national team with a manager over there. So it could be like 5 manager mix ideas. The problem also Makin is making is if you are a marquee player, if you are a good player, you are the man. And People's Republic will say, we have to build a team around you. Well, that means you are the man. You are the guy that we expect to do miracles. That moment of magic where, 1-1 against Manchester United and you have a volley and don't send it to the moon, right? Top bin, top corner, and then that is the magic right there. Or just unlock. You see, like, those passes from like
yeah, exactly. Unlock. Yeah, that's the word. Yes, Ox. Yeah.
Fabregas.
Unlock.
Look at that pass that he gave to Schürrle, right? You see things that other people don't see. You unlock.
Okay, Mr. Oath, you are saying you unlock. I want to say something. Football of that day is different. You were the one that made me realize that football of Lampard, Fabregas is different from football of this day. How many people can you mention 10 players that can do what Fabregas was doing, apart from KDB, in this modern day of football? Mention 10 midfielders.
What?
Anyone in the panel can mention 10 midfielders.
But not everybody.
No. I said, let me repeat my question again. I said, in this modern day of football, apart from KDB, mention 10 midfielders that can do what Fabregas was doing.
Okay, but yes, you are right. Fabregas didn't even cost 120 million. This guy was brought to Chelsea to take us to the next level, right? Because Jorginho was sideways, backwards.
Don't say Jorginho, mon frère.
No, don't disrespect Jorginho. Jorginho was good, man. Come on, guys.
I'm trying to make a point. Let me finish. You're gonna get my point. That's what me particularly, I said. Probably you didn't say it because you support him, but I also supported Jorginho, but also fair equally. So that was what many people on social media and everywhere, even journalists, say, what Jorginho does. He always pass. The pass doesn't have any impact. And that's why people said Chelsea need that pass master. They need that guy, that Fabregas, that guy that will take you to the next level. So the point I'm trying to make here is Jorginho was the problem and you brought the solution. So don't give me excuses about the so-called solution need perfect conditions to operate. Oh, because of Gallagher.
5 managers.
Because of manager. Because of the food. Because he was driving the wrong side of the road. We know.
He has a broken heart, Ogs. He's a broken man, okay?
That's the problem. That's what I don't want to hear. But in terms of evolution and progress is different from one human being to another. I completely understand. But in terms of giving so much excuses, everything need to be perfect. Everybody else need to serve him. Everybody around him need to be perfect in order for him to perform. That's like diminishing him, because your perfect player, your marquee signing, don't need perfect condition. They create magic out of nowhere. That's why I have to balance things instead of like one way or another one. I understand both sides, but we have to stop giving Enzo Fernandez excuses, because Caicedo also is younger than him and he's performing good. We have Cole Palmer that we bought cheap, and he's our marquee signing. And People's Republic talking about building the team around Enzo. You build around somebody who is better than anybody, and it's Palmer that you have to build the team.
Facts. What has Palmer done for you lately, by the way?
Well, Palmer has done
more than Enzo.
What? When?
More. He contributes to the team way more than Enzo.
I said, what has Palmer done for you lately in the last 5 games?
Okay, let me answer that. If you allow me to answer, then we're gonna go to Makino. What he did to me is the attitude.
Lately, last 5 games.
Yes. This is the attitude of you young people, new TikTok generation who don't watch games, right? You just go you just go and watch 15 seconds of some useless, stupid statistics on TikTok, and all of a sudden you are expert. People don't see the work that you do off the ball, the defensive work that you do without defending, because the camera is gonna fix you on where the ball is. The amount of people are following you for the other team to. Do you think that people are afraid of Enzo Fernandez when he's on the pitch?
Oh yes.
But when Palmer is there, even when he got his his leg broken twice now. Attempted murder twice. Now
You're
that
making
people
excuses. You're just making excuses.
let me tell
No,
you.
it's a reality. It's a reality.
There's a
He should
Because
learn
he's
to
never
take
been
it.
injured
He
for
should learn to-
contributions.
Let me tell you, let me finish this because I'm an old man here. I haven't had my coffee. It's still night here, bro. Give me break. Let me finish. I can't drink coffee because I might go back to sleep. You know, it's night. Okay, so what I was trying to say, attempted murder twice. That butcher from Manchester United, Martinez, wanted to kill him. Yesterday, another Ndidi wanted to kill him. I don't know if they need his leg chopped off before a red card is shown or before somebody says something about protecting Cole Palmer. The point I'm trying to make here, even when he plays with one leg because he's been kicked everywhere, he still keep people very, very busy. 3-4 people just focus on Palmer, what his next move is going to be. And what that means, opening up the gap for Enzo Fernandez to cook. Allowing Enzo now to score a header. Because why? Because people are afraid of Mr. Cole Palmer. So Cole Palmer is playing a role that you, TikTok generation, you don't understand football.
We, the TikTok generation, know that the main man in Chelsea's team is Nicholas Jackson. Without him, Chelsea is nothing. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Miss Stokes.
That's wild. That's wild,
Tell
man.
the truth. Without Jackson doing the donkey work, hard work, that guy is a fucking beast up. I used to, like a Costa.
No, he's not a complete project, man.
Without Cole Palmer is nothing.
That's why I still have hope in Enzo Fernandez and also in Jackson. I always said, imagine when they are 24, 25, 26, they're going to get to the next level. I believe in progress. So that's why I'm not like definite. I'm not like extremist of, yeah, you are all in or you are all out. Because I work with kids. I've seen kids from really, really low level to really man today. And I'm like, wow, people, human beings really make progress. And this is football, I know. And there are so many like young people or younger people who are in another level. You can't compare human being. We are all different. We are not created equally. So,
and Jackson still has a lot to learn when it comes to positioning.
and
He puts a lot of effort in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He puts a lot of effort, and he does what he needs to do energy-wise for the team, yeah.
Yeah.
But his positioning is what's making him not be number one for us. Because when you have guys like Madueke, you're breaking the lines, yeah, and they're crossing in with their right foot, yeah, he's never there. You should follow your wingers. As a centre forward, proper striker, this is why we need a Nosime or Boniface. We need a Boniface or Victor Gyökeres. We need one of those guys that will follow the attack and bury it.
I have to challenge you there. That is.
He has to bury it because Jackson has the energy and he has the willpower.
You said
positioning, positioning is like 90% of football. Like positioning.
But why isn't it there when Madueke is got all that free space? That's because he's drawing out two defenders to give Madueke all that space. So yeah, that is.
No, Madueke is breaking the lines for Jackson. Jackson's not breaking the line for anybody. Jackson's trying to be a finisher. And the maddest thing, the reason why I'm saying this to you is because he doesn't have the positioning ability that these players that I mentioned have. So really and truly, what you should do is to keep the attack and not think about scoring. He should be a Roberto Firmino for us. But I don't think he sees that yet.
Before I forgot, we're gonna go to People's Republic. I was in France. I was living in Bondy, if anybody knows where Bondy is. So
Je sais.
So where when
Bondy
Drogba,
Beach,
let me finish. When Drogba was playing in the lower division, I kind of knew him because we watch all those lower division like on Free on TV. And I tell you what, Drogba made it to Marseille for one season and he exploded. Until the age of 24, Drogba was in very low, like Guingamp, Guingamp, second division, third divisions in France, without really being Drogba or having the aura that he had. He was also having a lot of injuries because he even admitted that, he didn't care about diet. He was eating, his pizzas and Coca-Cola all the time. He was just that. He moved to Marseille, very disciplined brother, and he got that aura, that natural ability to attract people. And Velodrome were just, they embrace him just like somebody who already played for 10 years. But he was there for just one season. The point I'm trying to make here is, at the age of 24, and, turning 25 is the age that Drogba moved from the second division to Marseille. And after 1 year, he was at Chelsea Football Club. So progress, maybe we don't see it right now. Maybe his positioning is very bad. He started scoring even headers. Last season, he was terrible, Jackson, on heading. And you see those goals that he's scored, like outside the foot, like one-time touch, and then like he can head now, chest the ball, turn and shoot. Those little things you learn as you go. You practice slowly and surely. So people need to give Jackson time and also give Enzo Fernandez time.
One thing I want to say about Nicolas Jackson is I didn't see this in him this season. I'm not going to lie to you. I was one of his doubters. And this brother is proving everybody wrong. Like last season, he had like 33 games, 15 goals. This season, he has 12 games, 7 goals.
And before I forgot, he got more goals in the Premier League than Fernando Torres his entire career at Chelsea.
I want to say something again. There's one thing to have confidence, and there's one thing if your team believes in you, and there's one thing if your coach believes in you. If you're lacking confidence, your teammates doesn't believe in you, they won't pass you the ball because they'll believe you're going to lose it. And one thing I saw in Jackson that I'm still going to say that big up to what you did was he never gave up. Even when he was missing, he's like passing the ball.
A fighter.
He's always been a fight. Even when we all criticize Jackson that this guy is the worst striker I've ever seen. I remember I said it. I'm one of the people that said this is the worst striker that Chelsea have bought in a while. And this brother is coming out to prove all of us wrong. I understand positioning is going to come in very soon because he's already scoring goals. Very soon, all those comes with instinct.
Positioning, positioning is why Liverpool is at the top of the league. You know that because none of them are physically able.
Excuse me. A lion doesn't become a king in one day. It's always error and trial. Look at Mohamed Salah today.
Excellent.
When Mourinho killed his confidence was so low at Chelsea. Mikel said that this guy's confidence was so low at Chelsea that nobody believed this brother.
He was a kid. He was a 21 years old kid back then.
But Aziz, you're forgetting one main part, the component of the argument, which is keeping up here, keeping the attack going, and keep the momentum and beat up for Roberto Firmino because we do a /false 9 system. So you have to keep it up there. And the thing about Jackson, that's perfect role for him to do. But he wants to be, but the pressures, are getting to him, and he wants to be a dead-on goal scorer.
How many years it took?
Let me tell you something. I'm fine with that. If Jackson wants to be a goal scorer, I am totally fine with that. You know why?
You can't do that if you're not aerially a threat. We need balance in there. He's gonna bring the ball down for you.
He's learning, brother. He's learning. You can tell.
I'm not saying that Jackson is the perfect Haaland. Everybody's not going to be Erling Haaland for Christ's sake. Okay, look at Arunai. Look at everybody's not
learning on the job. Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
He's not going to be Drogba. Thierry Henry said, "I wasn't Drogba that could hold defenders. I could bully defenders. I was not Drogba." Henry said, "I had to learn what I was good at." If Jackson is good at, okay, I want to be a poacher that scores goals. I don't care no more. I just want you to be bearing goals.
So even now, we are mentioning even Mohamed Salah. Erling Haaland was very awesome since the age of 19 already. So everybody is different age. We mature differently. And I think even looking at how Haaland is struggling right now, he can't even touch the ball. He's not served. Nobody's giving him the ball. You can also understand that, other players might go through this stage, and when they're still young, they're still learning and practicing. You can see the progress. I can see it. And we have just to give it time, because no team is perfect. You can give an example of Lewandowski today and tomorrow or a few months, and he has good time, bad time.
I want to say something again before I shut up. Before I'm not going to say anything again. Remove Erling Haaland's goal from this equation. Erling Haaland is just an average joke.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Somebody said that guy's a fucking crowbar. Thank you for saying that. And another player you guys mentioned. Another player I can mention to you. Another player you can mention who has had to reinvent himself because the manager found a role for him was Sir Charles Darwin at Liverpool. This guy came in, everybody said that this guy needs glasses, he can't shoot, he's missing all these chances. Look at him today, that Liverpool. What's his name? Darwin Núñez, the way he's playing he's like a Jackson, unselfish running, opening spaces for the Salahs and the Diaz's and what have you. So you can be a flop one day, but a manager comes in, sees what you can do, and makes a system.
Why do you think Palmer loves playing with Jackson than any other player?
Say it again, please.
Why does Palmer love playing with Jackson? Because
if Jackson was doing all these things,
dirty work.
If Jackson was on the same level as Darwin Núñez, he'll be banging in way more goals with the assist of the wingers, not just Cole Palmer. Believe you me.
So, Makin, let me ask you a quick question. If you have to choose between Jackson and Darwin Núñez,
Jackson.
Choose one.
No, I'm not saying Jackson is a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. All I'm saying, we need to stop acting like this guy is a fully ready-made project.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
No, because we need to bury games. We have attacks here where we don't bury our chances a lot of the times.
Wait. Was it Jackson that thought Matchweek could be missing those chances? Was it Jackson that thought?
And then we have Matchweek cutting in, literally playing from the right wing into the center. This guy, sometimes he wanders off, when it comes to the mental capacity. And the thing is, when you reach a certain age, for a guy like Boniface or Gyökeres, those guys, they're mentally strong. So their mind, is to keep up and finish to get at the end of the attack. And the thing is, with Jackson,
so now they are looking for the
he's not doing what Darwin Núñez is doing.
Play for Nigeria.
He used to do what Darwin Núñez was doing when he first came.
I want to ask you a question.
But now he doesn't do that anymore because of fans like you guys pressuring him. He feels like he should be a batsman.
Are you going to answer my question, please?
Yes.
Have you seen Boniface play for Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Well, he hasn't. Yes, let me answer that.
Trash when he plays for Super Eagles of Nigeria. He is trash. Now, even people have said that this is not the Boniface we see in Germany. Yeah, this brother is trash. This brother, some even better strikers in the Yimba are better than him in Super Eagles.
We don't need him.
Jackson is good for Senegal. How's Jackson for Senegal?
Do you think Boniface is going to perform well in Premiership?
But listen,
was the best striker in Germany when we brought him, and what happened? He flopped in England.
You talking about Timo Werner?
I care. They're all passengers. Boniface, I care. They're all passengers.
Yes, Mr. Jean-Paul, I will come back to you, but let's greet his distinguished Mr. Victor Ba is in the house. How are you doing, brother? Victor.
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you all doing today?
Victor.
I am cold, man. I need some heat in this house, but some people. Yeah. I think I need to buy a aerial heat so I can heat my area because I'm always cold. And my house, actually, they don't want me to put the heat because they are always like, they are, you know, they are
Let's
just,
go France. Let's go back France, buddy.
man, I just, okay, so what I'm talking about
You
here.
need
Victor,
floor.
go on.
You need floor heating. You know, floor heating, heating from the floor, which comes up. This is the modern way
Well,
of doing housing.
we have like the best air conditioning system, the best heat you can get, but I can't do it
You just
So
don't want it.
expensive. So
because
You just don't
expensive.
want the heat.
the
It's the same
problem
in my
is
household.
it's gonna heat the entire house, and I'll
Yeah.
be in trouble. Somebody's gonna complain about the heat.
Yeah.
Does that
Welcome
make
to my,
sense?
Mr. Host, welcome to my world.
You hit the house like in
We come to your house.
It's not hot.
Like they are always hot,
Cold.
and I'm always cold
Cold,
for some reason. For in my
Yeah,
age,
man.
You have to sacrifice for them. Anyway, so the issue, the conversation about Jackson, if I can actually deliver my 2 cents here. This guy, like somebody said, he's not a finished article, and it's complete. I couldn't agree with him, the person who said that more. But he's going to eventually be a flop. In fact, it is a miracle that he scores this many goals when you have your attacking flow is not as frequent and as as other teams that score a lot of goals, right? If you have the back line, as I've always complained, standing with the ball, throwing your hands up in the air, passing to the left, and right, it's really a miracle that he's a third in line or something like that when it comes to goal scoring in the Premier League. So in that case, it means that he does bury the chances that he does give. And what I like about him, even though I have so many problems with the way he plays, is his unselfishness. If he cannot wait to give the ball to somebody else if he's not in the best position to score, and that's a good trait of a striker. If Madueke and the rest were half that decent when it comes to unselfishness, would have probably scored most goals. So I like Jackson for that, but for the long term, is he the guy that we have to rely on because people keep comparing to Drogba? I think the same kind of thing happened with Drogba, but Drogba in the end had the Lampards and the Asians and the rest behind him, and so eventually when he came through, they got adjusted to his game style and they were able to supply him a little bit more. I have my doubts if the Colwells and even the Enzo Fernandez and the rest can really keep supplying him. I know that Enzo did an assist yesterday, scored a goal that just fell on his lap. I do not like that guy at all. I don't think he will come through in this league. Palmer is what Palmer is because he never has to tackle. He gets the ball, he has to do something with it. If he forgets to do that, he's out of the games for a long period. I'm serious.
Facts.
No. Seriously,
Facts.
if he doesn't do that, these are facts. If he doesn't do, when was the last time you saw Palmer? What is it called? Take the ball away from the opponent.
No, he tracks back, man. He's aggressive.
He tracks
He's
back
an
so he can
aggressive
get the
little
ball.
white boy, you know. Don't underestimate him, you know.
No, let me finish. He tracks back because he wants to come and get the ball and create. Yesterday, no. But that is not where he should be at number 10. I know that number 10, some of them come back, but he's consistently in our half of the field. Consistently. That is why.
Because you got guys. The midfield is still lacking.
That's why you put.
He's another passenger.
That's why you put.
Auguste, je pars à l'église.
Sorry guys. Jean-Paul wanna say goodbye to us because he's going to church. Pray for me, please.
Au revoir, my friend.
Big up, Jean-Paul.
Merci. Bonne journée.
Merci.
Ciao.
Bon church.
Yeah, make sure you pray for all of us. We need it. So what I'm saying to you is this: that for me, yesterday's selection was spot on, in my opinion, in many ways. I mean, of course, I always would like probably the back line to shift a little bit in terms of who is consistent. But putting that, was it? João Felix in there helped because he's also a creator, right? So it doesn't fall on only Cole Palmer to do all the creative stuff, and I feel like he should actually be consistent. When he's on the ball, you know he's going to do something with it. He's not going to turn and pass to the right or left, predictable passes and all of that. I really, really like him in the midfield. I really, really like him there. So I really hope that he stays. I know that he lacks strength, and in this league right now, Pep Pep's team is beginning to reveal to us that in the Premier League right now, if you don't have at least some level of strength and stability in the middle there, you'll be found wanting in the end, because the the Premier League is getting to a place where real athletes are playing the game right now. And if you are a finisher of the ball like the Gundogan and the Silvers and the rest, you don't add anything else but finesse the ball. So if you have 3 or 4 or 5 in your team and they cannot do,
and big man, sorry. This is why, just to add to what you're saying, I fully agree with you. And this is why I say Enzo Fernandez is a weak link. I digress. Carry on, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Enzo, when you have Enzo and you have this is why we suffer sometimes. When you have Enzo and you have, let's say, even João Felix that I talked to you about, he tries, but he's not the kind of person. All the work was on Caicedo yesterday, and he, for me, he has been brilliant. If he could add goals to his the way he plays, okay, he has been excellent. He does all the work when those people are there, because they cannot help with stopping the ball before it gets into your own half of the field. This is when you know that you have a good team, when the balls are stopped before they even get into the half of your field. And if you have these diminutive, not so strong, they are run over most of the time. The opponent doesn't even fear them when they are pushing the ball towards them, because they know that those guys are not able to dispossess them in any way at all. And your midfield becomes porous. That is the problem that Manchester City is right now having. Their midfield is porous. Those players, no matter how good they are, if the ball is played in your territory, and if you have a team that knows that all they have to do is run at you, okay, those guys, they have shorter legs, they are not strong, all they have to do is finish the ball. So if they don't have the ball in their area, but if they have the ball in your area, those people are useless. When corners come in, they are useless. They are useless most of the time in a league of our stature. So you have to make sure that at least your spine is strong. That's why everybody missed Rodri, because Rodri didn't only give you the great passes and the rest, but he was also solidifying the midfield, and he was very, very vocal. And you need that in your team.
So basically, Rodri is justifying his Ballon d'Or now, because when he's not there and the Manchester United City doesn't exist anymore, they are collapsing and bankrupt and
no.
And hang on, quick point. Another issue with City have is that Gundogan's legs have gone, so he's no more legs.
The edge also, Mother Nature is not helping at the moment.
And you cannot stay on top forever. I mean, remember, this is played on a large field. And if you go out there and running and he's in most competitions, most of the year, all the years he's in most of the competitions we play until the very end, because they are that good. So they play a lot of football. Yeah, I don't care if you are Kevin.
They put a lot of mileage in their engine.
Have to replenish. And you let players like Palmer and the rest go because you believe in those little finesses of the ball, and because they are smart. Their IQ, their football IQ is unbelievable. And you need players like that in your team. I know that. And he has one too many.
One small question for you, Victor. Yeah. Do you think that Pepsi is going to be forced to do a Chelsea and going to bring in a host of young players, just wholesale changes because of the age of so many of those players, or do you think it's just going to be one or two players? How do you think he's going to do that?
Yes, and he's going to definitely do that, because I think that they have the money, but because they are under serious investigation and all of that, we have to clear that first. But Pep Guardiola is not. He walked into a team that was already great. The 8 or 9 years ago, whatever is it that he came to, when he came to 2016.
Pellegrini, was it after Pellegrini or Mancini?
Yeah, it was 2016. Pellegrini. It was Mancini, right?
Pellegrini.
Okay, so he came and took over, and it's been 8 or something years. So he's made his own changes, but that team had been, had been great even during those coaches' time, Mancini and Pellegrini's time.
That's
That
true.
team was not a horrible team at all. They were buying the best because it was a newfound money and the oil money that was coming in. So we all know that. But the thing is this: no matter how coaches don't play the game. Okay, they can set a culture. They can actually make sure that if you don't play well, you sit down. All of that come in with your glorious array of trophies and intimidate anybody that stands up against you. So it's not really the players team, but the coach's team. Like in Chelsea, it becomes a players team because if they don't play well, the coach gets fired. But Pep Guardiola is not fireable. Okay, so he tells you and you do it. So when you come in quickly, you have to get used to the culture or the flow of things in that world.
But Mr. Victor,
Yeah.
you and me, we've been fighting for years for that.
Yeah.
I've been telling you that the coach can't be on the pitch and tell Jackson to miss a one-on-one chance. And I even ask you, 1,000 years ago, if Pep Guardiola can do the same thing with a young player and the young team that we have at Chelsea, and you say it's all about the coach. So you say all this because it fit you. It fits your narrative.
No. But
when it doesn't fit you change.
I have never said to you, Oz, that the coach is indispensable. I've never said to you that.
No, you said it. We have the VAR.
VAR!
I need Anthony Taylor right now. Who is in the VAR today? Who is in the VAR? Probably David Coot or somebody is in the VAR.
So Alex is in the VAR.
I said to you that what the coach
because
is
you
important.
tend to blame was a Pochettino, what's his name? It was Lampard or the other guy, Graham Potter. Now it's Enzo Maresca's fault because he's making this decision and that decision. And I always tell you, brother, sometimes you are as good as your players. If you lack quality, no matter how much money you spend on a player, if he doesn't fit the physicality of the game, there is nothing you can do about it. Forget about the money. But you said no.
Yeah, but the question
a coach is going to make you good and all that. Look at Manchester City, look at Arteta, look at... you always give...
Oz, you know this for a fact that some coaches make some players better. It's as simple as that. That is the point of them being there anyway. They make some players, but not all. But great coaches find a way to make okay players good and good players better and better players the best you can ever see. So what I'm saying to you is this: that is, the coaches are very important. A coach is very important, but they don't play the game. And if somebody's getting old, that has nothing. No. If somebody's getting older, that has nothing to do with the coach. That is why the question that came from People's Republic, that is he going to now infuse or inject some youth into this system? I said yes, because no matter how good or bad the coach is, if your players are simply out of the mileage in terms of their ability to run, to go after the ball, to tackle, to stay alert and active for 90 minutes and to play day in and day out. If that is not something that you can do, there's nothing you can do about that. But when they are on the field and they are playing, their strategies, their tactics, their mentality depends on you. And that I have never taken back. The coach has to be in charge of all of those aspects of the game. But
Victor, can I ask a small question in between that?
I'm going to say hi also to Mark, who just waiting for 1,000 years.
But can one argue, Victor, that the fear factor over Man City, that bubble has burst. Teams have lost fear of Man City. Now we begin to attack them the way before people parked the bus because they were so scared of that the Man United, the Man City offensive. Now the fears, now that they start losing, other teams are seeing, no, you don't have to fear. This defense is actually quite playable. And now teams are now, remember like Liverpool during that coughing virus when we were lockdown, teams went to Anfield and they're winning for fun because the fear factor was gone. Wow! Now obviously Liverpool got their mojo back and the fear is back, and Liverpool winning, not even just showing up, and they've already got 1 point because they have that mojo back. So maybe City have lost that mojo, and he's got to fight very hard to find that mojo again. But maybe switching his tactics, maybe becoming a bit more pragmatic and not being so I don't know. Well, I don't know.
No,
what
I believe, Mark. I will let you. I will let you. Look at me talking. Mark. I know it's probably your turn, but I will say this real quick. It's they are
No, go
attacking,
ahead.
like you said. Like everybody has been. No, this City will be winning before they even start the game. Okay,
Yes.
the commentators will just talk about the formidability of the team, but before we even pass the ball, right? And that already sometimes put the fear of the Lord in the opposition. I know that, but they are still second. And they have been here before. I think 2 or 3 or 4. No, 2020. They were like what 8 or something. They were 13 points behind the Liverpool, Aston,
True, yeah.
and they still had their run. They are not gone. That is why even yesterday at 3-0, people were still scared because you know that if they were to score one, they still have 15 minutes at home. Anything can happen with this team because they are still very good. The football IQ doesn't go away because you can't run. That's why Messi is still playing the game because he's not that great anymore, but he, in terms of running and physicality, but when he gets the ball, he knows what to do with it. And majority of the time, it becomes the positivity comes at the end of it. So for me, my point remains that City still remains a team to beat. The reason why we are all after them is because they have become, this juggernaut, this amazing team for years and years and years with the same coach. And when you count them out, they do surprise you. So because of that, we are all kind of excited because also we as humans want excitable things in the league. We want to be excited that, City's not running away with it. But we know they've been here before. So let's not count them out yet. But we also know that if they are not in crisis, they are on the precipice. So we know for sure that a team that loses 5 games in a row is a team that has to look back and check to see if everything is all right. And so we are all waiting to see what comes next because Pep has not been here before. And so we are going to check his spine, his ability to change things around. And that is important.
That's true. Mark, let's go.
Yes,
we have
sir.
15 minutes to go, and I'm going to say goodbye. It's church time. Mark.
So what I would say is don't let people start to say that, hey, City is in a crisis, although they are having some.
But they are in crisis, bro. Let's be honest.
No, don't take it that way because I guess the next game or some few games to come, the way they are going to smash teams is going to be.
They are waiting for Chelsea's second leg.
Exactly.
They are waiting for us. It's always like that way, man.
Because if they get their groove on, I bet you they are going to go unbeaten, and it's going to happen. Let's look at it this way. For Pep Guardiola, I guess he has won everything in England, including the Champions League. So when you get to that kind of stage, your job becomes so boring because you are doing the same thing all the time. So if
people
I was
get
Pep,
tired of you, even players
you
get
just
tired
even
of
get
you.
tired of the same thing, winning every time. And if I was Pep Guardiola, this season would have been my last season with Man City because what else are you trying to win with the team? You've won everything in England.
It's
You
just
are
like
one of
People's
the
Republic
greatest.
dating a girl for 5 months. It's too
You are.
much. He got rid of 5
No,
months.
but he wants to break records though. He knows that he hasn't won enough. He hasn't won more than Ferguson, so he wants to break records.
Ferguson.
That's the only reason why he's still around.
Yeah. If I was on Pep, I would try to go into like international, coaching where I will target one.
I don't really think that he's gonna do good in the international because
he's
hands-on. He's hands-on. He wanna impact.
Good coach, you can never underrate him on that. He could just
in the national level, my brother. He's not
believe.
gonna have the same impact in the club like he manage people every single day. And
it's like you telling me that you are driving a private car and you cannot drive it with the public transport. That is the logic.
But he does micromanagement. You go and watch some of his training videos.
Yeah.
He's so hands-on. He's every single detail, even the way you pass the ball, whatever. He's there.
I still believe he will do well.
No, but in the national team, you don't have time to coach. You have just to manage and push them to win now, today, not tomorrow. You don't
Let's see
coach.
what happens in the future, because as it stands right now, psychologically, I think he's drained out, and they have to
You just sign a contract. That's the problem.
he has to find a new challenge. And if you look at the team also right now, they are going through some few transition. They brought in some new guys, and the older ones are fading out. Somebody like Kyle Walker, the guy is almost done. Although he's a very
The guy
strong,
got like 30 wives, bro.
although he's a
Kyle
strong player.
Walker, De Bruyne, Gundogan. There's so many of those players. Sometimes because of Pepsi, his demands are so incredibly high. Maybe he's worn out, burnt out for some of those players.
Look at his age. Kyle Walker is not a young boy. Like, he has been around for a long time.
Edison doesn't save the ball anymore.
Timo Werner finished his career yesterday.
No, but look at the Man City team there. How many of those players there? Oh, John Stones, Edison. They seem they could be that you get tired. You get tired of the manager. He's burnt you out mentally, and you tired, and you're no longer responding to his motivation. It's just natural. It happens when you've been together. How long those guys been together? 7, 8 years. Some of those players.
Almost, yep.
Yeah. Have you watched like the documentary, like All or Nothing? Look at the faces of the players. Like when they say, "I can't accept this, boys," and everybody's like, I wanna the earth like to swallow me right now. Like, look at their faces. Like, I don't wanna be here kind of attitude. But yeah, I understand. Those pushy managers, they do good for a short period of time, and people are like, they go home exhausted and angry.
Also, I mean, Pep Guardiola has not just been a good for a amount of time. He has been consistent everywhere he's been successful, and we know that is why he's the gold standard. Everybody sort of compared themselves to him. We thought that he was going to be good in Spain, but Germany he might falter because of their style of play there. He went there, he was successful. Obviously, he didn't win the Champions League, but he came here, and this was the ultimate challenge because it's the biggest league in the world. He has dominated for years. If any of our coaches were even close, even a quarter way through what he has achieved, we will hold that person on a pedestal. All these other coaches, they win once and then they move on. Klopp won only once.
Because of David Coate.
Exactly. But this guy has won. Nobody wins and wins. Look. The only other people that did that is Alex and we could say our own Mourinho. And Mourinho is still identified as such. He has gone to Italy. He's gone to everywhere else to win. But people identify him as the greatest coach that we've had in Chelsea because of what he won here. Because he won 2 or 3 times. 2 in a row, and also the third time years after. When you win the Premier League this many times, we should give you the kudos. You are a great coach because it's unpredictable, and he has dominated for a while. So he's a good coach, and I think, like Mark said, he will turn this around. He's not gonna go like that. The coach that was of this high standard, I'm sure that when he went home yesterday, he was pissed off because when you are used to winning like this, okay, you don't like losing at all, even if it's temporary.
Okay, so guys, like I said, I have to cut like in 5 minutes. So we're gonna do some exercise here with everybody. I'm gonna ask you. We have 10 games until the end of the season. A lot of games. Everybody, you're gonna give me. We go one by one. I'm gonna give you time also to empty your pocket. Don't worry about anything. You have something that you forgot you're gonna say, but this is just a very quick exercise for the games that we're gonna have from now until the end of the year. The last game for us is gonna be December the 30th. First game is gonna be this coming Thursday next week, by the way. Yeah. All right. So Thursday, November 28th, we're gonna play away in Germany. I think the team is called Heidenheim.
It's one of those new teams.
Heidenheim against Chelsea. Conference League, 1 by 1. Give me your result. Win, lose, or if you want to give me your score, just go very quickly because we have 9 other games to say very quickly. Anybody? People's Republic. Europa League.
We're going to smash them 4-0.
4-0. People's, are you still there?
What's this competition called?
Conference League.
Oh, okay. I don't really follow that league, but okay. Yeah. Well, somebody said 4-0. I concur. I don't even know who they're playing.
Heidenheim.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah.
They got smashed yesterday 5-2 by Liverpool, and they were leading 2-0. And if Chelsea should smash them, they have 3-0. That's just not knowing anything.
Anybody want to comment on Heidenheim?
Heidenheim.
It's an away game, and Chelsea, top of this league.
Heidenheim.
We don't belong here. So I think that we will win, maybe 2.
2-0 away.
Yeah, yeah. I think we need more goals in the legs of our strikers and the people that don't get a chance to play day in and day out, so that they can continue to be active and also feel confident, so that when they get to play for Premier League games, they play Premier League games, they are still confident because they've been scoring. So
should he play the B team again? Completely changed from
we're
Leicester
not gonna
team?
get to that, my brother, because
sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna give you time to empty your pocket because I have to drive. I have to go. Mr. McKean, are you still there? No? Gone?
McKean is gone.
Yeah, McKean is gone.
All right. So we have Chelsea against Aston Villa, Stamford Bridge, December the 1st.
Good one. Aston Villa in crisis. So that Chelsea should win 2-0.
2-0 to Chelsea. All right, let's go.
I think they're going to score. I'm going for 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. Okay, Mark.
Yeah, 2-1 Chelsea.
3-1.
3-1 Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. All right, let's go. Last season they beat us at Stamford Bridge 1-0.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, and then on December the 4th, on Wednesday, Southampton against Chelsea.
Yeah, we are away there. Southampton might be a little tricky, but we tend to do well away against these lower level teams. This is at home when we get complacent. So I'm thinking maybe 2-1. If you're able to win these 3 games, that would really cushion us up for the top 4. So I'm going for 2-1 away. 2-1
away for Chelsea. Let's go, Mark.
Yeah, Southampton are going to come all out, and when we are under pressure, sometimes it's not easy for us. So I would say it's going to be 1-0, a very slim margin.
Southampton is not a Premier League team. Chelsea smashed them 3-0. Nicholas Jackson hat-trick.
They are not a Premier League team, but they have a lot of experienced Premier League players who are returning from Championship. That is one.
You have to be careful. And then
I think the reason why we do well when we go away these days is because we have a very strong attacking team. It's the defense that I'm scared. If you have a good attacking team, they do well outside, especially when they don't have the pressure to score. And so they are free to run, and then they are able to bang in goals. So that's
okay. So December the 8th, Tottenham Hotspurs against Chelsea away.
The match I'm looking forward for.
Yeah,
we need to beat Tottenham. Like, we need to smash them so good.
What is your score prediction?
Last season they said we had an advantage of maybe numerical advantage, and that reason we were able to win. So this time around, we have to come clean. They are coming clean. We are also coming clean. That game, I expect Chelsea to win, but it's going to be one of the, best games in this
score
season.
Prediction, brother.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3-2.
3-2 Chelsea.
For Chelsea. Yep.
The best we can do there will be a draw. I'm telling you, this guy's winning the game that they won yesterday.
No,
it's gonna boost their it's gonna boost their confidence.
Will always be
Tottenham.
I
know. I mean, they are a schizophrenic team. They lose to
schizophrenic team.
And then go and beat this guy.
They lose against Ipswich and go beat Manchester City.
I am telling you, at home and where we are at the point this will be our 15th game or something like that. They are hot right now, and I think
so. What is your score?
I said a draw, 2-2 maybe.
2-2 draw, Mr. People.
You know one thing I can say. I think we are underrating their squad, but if you look at them, I keep telling people that if we work so hard, we can likely win the Premier League.
That is another topic for another day.
Oh my goodness! Okay.
Another topic for another day. People's Republic. What is your score?
This Tottenham game, this is
Tottenham.
the game Maresca has been waiting for, because Tottenham with a suicidal high line there is exactly what Chelsea wanted. This is where your friend Jackson and your friend Cole Palmer is gonna tear this team apart. Depending, of course, if our defense can hold on to dear breath and Sanchez as well. Then our counter-attacking is so toxic. They were going to smash this Tottenham team. And again, 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. Let's go. Now, I'm not going to talk about Conference League because people don't give me any energy when I talk about it. But we're going to play against a team called Astana, and they are in Kazakhstan. It's going to be like a minus 30 degrees and stuff like that. We're gonna jump that. I'm not gonna talk about that because I don't have time.
We can take the practice squad. We'll take the amateur players or something.
All right, so we have another one, Premier League only, that I'm gonna include now.
Brentford.
Chelsea against Brentford, December the 15th, Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
That is
some of these scores we can predict away as much as we want, but I feel like the scores of the other teams, the previous ones, will also factor into this brilliantly.
Injuries and all that, but we're just having fun, you know.
I'll go 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Mark.
Brentford is one team that disrespect Chelsea a lot. They don't show any respect, so we need to approach that game very carefully. But I still think we're going to beat them. A very slim margin, either 1-0 or 2-1.
Peoples.
I think Brentford is heading slowly into a crisis. Not crisis, but they're going through like down period, and depending how they cope during that period there. But I still think Chelsea should quite easily be handily beaten 3-1.
3-1 to Chelsea. And then, and then Everton away, Goodison Park, December the 22nd.
Why do we have so many Conference League games? Gee, how many are left?
I just jumped one of them, but it is what it is.
No, but how many are left, though? I mean, how many?
I think it's all play all, then they will start going through the knockout.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's like, what, 6 more games or what? Or 4?
It is what it is.
This is a fantastic run Chelsea has this year. So like soft games compared to...
Everton,
we don't meet any of it. That is Atletico Everton.
WWE, Sean Dyche, Brexit FC against Chelsea.
They're struggling.
What do you think?
They're struggling. I think Chelsea will go there and steal a win, probably a 2-1 or something.
2-1 Mark.
It's still going to be another deadlock game, so I expect Chelsea to win by a slim margin, 2-1 or 1-0.
All right,
exactly.
Mr. Ba.
Yeah, I know that is a problem there because Everton won't play and we won't play. The majority of the reason one of the reasons why we win some games is because we don't let the opponent play. We stand on the ball in our half for a good 30 seconds. And I think that is probably going to be a problem. But we are away, and Everton is in need of points, so they will come at us, and that probably will open up things a little bit. I would say 2-2.
2-2. Let's go. Now we have December, and believe me, I'm not gonna say much because we have only 2 games to go. So Thursday, December the 26th, Boxing Day, Chelsea at Stamford Bridge against Fulham, our noisy neighbor, London Derby.
We should be able to beat Fulham.
How much? Give a score.
It will be 3-1.
3-1 to Chelsea, People's Republic.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Mr. Bar.
At home, 2-2.
2-2. On Boxing Day. Boxing Day.
I until it is proven, our defense is very shaky.
All right.
We always concede goals. Always.
Okay, I respect your opinion. Let's go to the last game of the year. Ipswich City away. Why I always call them City? Ipswich Town against the Chelsea Football Club. Monday, December the 30th. Give me your score.
Any newcomer that we've played with in the month of December has always gone very bad. I remember back in 2004 against Reading. It was, I think, Boxing Day game. And they have this guy from Cameroon, Andre BK. That day, he was like a top defender. But that guy is the most useless defender. And the way that guy marked Drogba, it was just amazing. And Ashley
Probably
Young.
Drogba ate so much chicken on
I
the
think
holiday.
Ashley
So,
Young was also
okay,
there.
what is your score? Don't make me
We
scared
have to
because
be
last
very careful.
season we
That's the
lost.
game.
Last
That
season we
game-
didn't play the Boxing Day, but we played like the Christmas Eve, and we lost badly against the Wolves. Remember
we
that.
need to be
Give me
very
your
careful.
score, please.
This game we could draw with Ipswich. They could come in and
Give me your
do
score.
some
We are
wonders.
going away. We got play away. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 0-0 game.
0-0. Okay, Mr. People's Republic. Score.
I think that Ipswich is going to have the same issue that Chelsea is going to have. So many games in the Christmas period. Their squad is thin, and they're going to have tired legs. Chelsea will smash them, make a statement. Probably 4-1.
4-1 Chelsea. Okay, let's go, Mr. Victor.
I think they will score because they are that kind of team that will always want to show up against the big
Against
six.
the big teams.
So
Yeah.
they will score 1, but we will probably score 1-2 and walk away with 1-1.
It's gonna be 1-1
from there.
You are good.
but if okay, hang on. So if Chelsea, let's just say for argument's sake, of all they win 4 of those games there, and they're on a run, and they can see the top of the table nearing. You don't think that confidence is going to be sky high? At least it will be putting away teams. I think that in itself gives you momentum.
Okay, like Victor said early on, it's gonna depend also on many factors, injuries, so many games in Europe. So the previous result might dictate what we're gonna do in the next game and stuff. So that is a long discussion we're gonna have very soon.
So,
it's time now. So
do you guys think Reece James is done?
No, we're gonna talk about Reece James after that. You just say goodbye. He's not done yet.
I tried to warn Mr. Oaks, but he wouldn't listen about Reece James.
We're gonna have that topic tonight if I come back early. Say
that
goodbye,
guy, sell him to Real Madrid, and collect the money.
All right, guys. So some people are just making me, you know when people are saying this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to leave people. Unfortunately, very, very, very early. I have to drop people somewhere and come back. So thank you, brothers, for helping.
Your score prediction. Hey, hang on before you go. Your score prediction for today's games.
For what?
Today's games. Your score predictions.
The game between Southampton and Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, and the other one as well.
Liverpool to win 14-0. And the other one,
Ipswich is going to beat Manchester United.
No, Ipswich and Manchester United is going to be a draw. I don't think they're going to lose, but I think also Ipswich now are going to show people that, this is our home. And they're going to make life very difficult for Amorim, the first game. I think it's going to be a draw 1-1. And for Liverpool, they always, have you noticed that? They always beat Southampton 9 at some point.
That's
1-0 and 5-0. It's not going to be that score, but I think it's going to be 3-1 to Liverpool.
Wow, very nice.
All right, guys, I will see you next time. God bless.
God bless.
God bless. Thanks. Much appreciate your help. And everybody in the chat, we are out here, and I will see you next time. Blessings.